And welcome back to the Big Rapids Boys Varsity Pregame Show. I'm standing with Coach Ken Ingles, and Coach, after last night's game, that's only the first game of these 3 games in 4 nights that you have. What do you expect? I expect that you'll learn a lot from your team, but what do you expect to learn from your team during this week?
Well, we looked at last night as a workout. We look at tonight as a workout because we play 3 games this week, and obviously we're not practicing. You don't stay as sharp. As three games in 1 week is okay if you're in the NBA, I guess. But it gives. We played and went deep into the bench last night. Hopefully we can go deep into the bench, tonight and give some other kids a chance to play. But then we go to Newaygo, which obviously is a big ball game for us on Friday, and we only have 1 day to get ready for that. So if I'd had my druthers, I'd have rather practiced today to get ready for Newaygo, because tomorrow we end up with a late practice. We're at the middle school, not real conducive to a real good practice again too. So basically not a lot of practice this week too. So we're kind of treading water and hoping we can get ready to play. And some of the kids that had a chance to play last night that don't play a lot stepped up, played pretty well for us. So we're looking for that out of them again, Chris.
One of the guys that stepped up and played really well for you was Kyle Brady, getting the start in place of one of your suspended players, and he did a really good job not only for you defensively but rebounding the ball from the point guard spot. What did you think of Kyle's performance?
Kyle is probably the second kid I've ever had that would lead us in rebounding from a guard position. If you remember Forrest Dorman a number of years ago, he was our best rebounder at 5'7", and so we kind of give Kyle the free rein to go to the glass, and he's a little bit too unselfish at times because he probably had 5 or 6 offensive rebounds when he really should have just put the ball back up instead he kicked them out. But Kyle's one of those kids, that play multiple positions for us again too. He plays the 1, the 2, and the 3, just like Austin Hayes plays the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4, and they're all 5'10", too. So they have some versatility. But he steps up and probably will play a lot of 2 for us the rest of the year. But he can play that 1 position real well for us.
You have a lot of guys that are versatile, and last night was the first time that we had really seen Dimitri Martin play the 3. What did you think of how he did there last night?
Well, Dimitri's trying to figure himself out, and Coach is trying to figure out Dimitri. It's early in the year. He's a freshman again, too. And at this point, he's a pretty good athlete, and he's learning. He hasn't played since the 5th grade, so we're trying to get him into the team orientation again, too. So we start out real slow from him, and you can see the minutes kind of increasing as the season goes on. And, he's a little bit too anxious to take the jump shot when he put the ball in the net and go to the hole, which he did pretty nicely a couple of times last night. So he's learning, and, I think the future looks bright for him. You look at our roster, we're basically all seniors, and it's nice to have a freshman that will be around for a couple of years. But he's kept quiet at practice and kind of earned the respect of the team, which is really important when you're a rookie like he is again, too. So we're looking for him to just keep getting better and better.
He certainly has a lot of potential. Have you kind of paired him with Quinn Tyson, a guy that has worked a lot on his game, as you've mentioned before?
Well, Quinn kind of took him under his shoulder too, and we talked to both of them because Dimitri's an athletic kid, and he guards Quinn in practice every day. We'll give Quinn a little bit of look at the type of athlete he'll probably see at the next level again too. And then when he's on offense and Quinn's guarding him, he's kind of helping him through some of the little X's and O's and dotting the I's and crossing the T's of our offense again too. So it's been a good situation, but by the same token, to be fair to Dimitri, Q's going to play a lot of minutes. Yeah. There's not a lot of minutes for him behind Q, so we've kind of moved him into the 5 spot a little bit there too, and so it's kind of a slow learning process. Sometimes we get a little bit too complex with what we're trying to do, but Dimitri is learning, so we're, he's taking advantage of opportunities, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, you look to get your 2nd win here in back-to-back nights, and I wish the best of luck to you.
Thanks, Chris. Okay.
And we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the national anthem after this 60-second timeout here on WBRN.